The Twits by Roald Dahl.
Produced by Out of the Darkness Theatre Company.
They're shocking.
They're smelly.
They're silly.
They're seriously stupid.
Get ready to meet
the one and only.
Thank goodness.
The best way to describe the Twits is disgusting!
Mr. Twit was a very hairy-faced man.
his thick, spiky hair,
Stuck out streak.
like bristles in the nail brush,
The stuff even sprouted
in revolting tufts,
out of his nose.
and ear holes.
My hairiness
Thought Mr. Twit.
makes me look terrifically wise and grand.
But in truth, he was neither of these things.
Mr. Twit was a twit.
He was born a twit.
And now, at the age of 60,
He's a bigger twit than ever.
How often does Mr. Twit wash his hairy face?
The answer is...
Not even on Sundays.
As a result, there were always hundreds of bits of old breakfasts.
and lunches.
and suppers.
Sticking to the hairs.
Bits of gravy.
Dried up scrambled eggs.
Spinach.
Tomato ketchup.
Fish fingers.
Minced chicken livers.
If you dig deeper still, hold your nose, ladies and gentlemen. You will discover things that had been there for months and months.
A piece of maggoty green cheese.
A moldy old cornflake.
Or even...
The slimy tail.
Of a sardine.
Tasty! Mrs. Twit was no better than a husband.
You ugly old hag.
ugly, yes.
But not born ugly.
When she was young,
She had a pretty face.
But she had ugly thoughts every day.
of every week.
Of every year,
And so her face got uglier.
And uglier.
And uglier.
So ugly, I can hardly bear to look at it. Ow!
Mr. and Mrs. Twit were a very happy couple.
But...
Seldom happy at the same time.
for what really made them happy was
Playing nasty tricks on each other.
he snaps
Mrs. Twit's stick.
in half.
A glass of beer, my dear.
lovely.
She goes to walk.
Using her stick.
But it's so short, she crashes to the floor.
What happened? Mr. Twit quickly removes his shoes, kneels down onto them, and shuffles towards her.
You seem to be growing, my sweet.
Growing?
Growing? Take a look at your stick, you old goat, and see how much you've grown in comparison.
Never!
You always said you wanted me to look up to you. Your wish has been granted.
I don't want to grow.
No?
No! Do something!
Do something? Anything?
Anything! Stop me growing!
course, my pet.
Mr. Twit stands up and fetches his mallet, which he brings a crashing down on her head.
Just a little joke, my honey bunny.
She was furious.
She stormed to the table
to drink her beer.
Mr. Twit joined her.
Mrs. Twit was determined to pay back Mr. Twit.
Suddenly, she had an idea.
Into her beer, she dropped
her glass eye.
Mrs. Twit smiled innocently at Mr. Twit and pretends to take a drink from her glass.
She pretends to notice something behind Mr. Twit, and he turns to follow her gaze.
Quickly, Mrs. Twit swaps the two glasses round.
Mr. Twit looked at his wife. Suspicious.
What are you plotting?
Me? Plotting? You're the water what plots? But I'm watching you. Yes.
She turns away, and Mr. Twit swaps the glasses back round. Mr. Twit turns back, suspicious.
Mr. Twit takes a drink.
Mrs. Twit,
unsure of which glass she has,
takes a drink too.
Suddenly, Mr. Twit starts to sneeze.
Achoo!
Mr. Twit couldn't find a hanky, so he sneezed into his beard.
At the same time,
Mrs. Twit swapped
the glasses back round.
Mr. Twit began to drink.
Oh yes, I'm watching you like a wombat.
Oh, do shut up, you old hag.
He drains the glass and suddenly sees an eye at the bottom.
I told you I was watching you. I got eyes everywhere, so you better be careful.
They're shocking.
They're smelly.
They're silly.
They're seriously stupid.
The one and only.
Thank goodness.
Mr. and Mrs. Twit were a truly disgusting couple
who enjoy playing tricks on each other.
One day, Mr. Twit announced,
I've been thinking.
Did it hurt?
I'm going.
The fairer the better.
I'm going to run a circus.
You what, you twit?
To run a circus.
Run a circus? You can't run an egg and spoon race.
You wait, you old trout. I will train animals.
Animals? What animals?
Monkeys.
Monkeys? Where would you find monkeys?
In the rainforest of the deepest, darkest Africa.
Welcome to the rainforest.
It's time to meet the mugger-ups.
The mugger-ups are enjoying climbing ropes and swinging on vines in a scene of happiness and freedom.
Here, look, here's the roly-poly bird.
It's old Polly Bird.
Look, children, the roly-poly bird. Good morning, Muggerwumps. Good morning, Mrs. Muggerwumps. Morning, little Muggerwump. Good morning, roly-poly bird. What a marvellous, magical morning.
Oh no, here comes Mr. Twit. He's wearing a Sporers hat. What could he be up to?
Mr. Twit half peels a banana and starts to act like a monkey. A little muggerwump sees him.
Mr. Twit tempts him with a banana.
And the little one moves closer and closer.
Mr. Twits starts dancing like a monkey, and little Mugwump joins him.
Soon, all the other monkeys join in.
At this moment, Roly Poly Bird flies back and it is watching the monkeys dance with Mr. Twit, alarmed.
Suddenly, Mr. Twit traps the Mugwumps with a big net.
Gotcha, my lovelies. You're mine. Oh, mine. You're coming with me to England.
Roly Poly Bird! Roly Poly Bird! Help!
But Roly Poly Bird was too late. Mr. Twit had taken the Mugwumps away.
Be brave, Mugwumps. Tails up, head high, coming to the spring. To you I'll fly. Until then, goodbye, my friend. Goodbye.
Back in England, the Twits prepared the Mugwumps for work.
Arms up, arms in. Pretty monkey, stay still. Turn around, in, on. Clever, clever. That's it, my lovelies. What a good monkey. Don't move till I tell ya. Up, turn, arm, leg. Handsome as a human, nearly. Up, down, step, over, jump, back, roll, go, turn.
The monkeys do not want to perform. They make faces and they wouldn't dance.
Finally, Mr. Twit got so frustrated, he put them in a cage.
He locked the cage with a big key, and the Twits went to bed.
Mom,
Yes, dear.
this place stinks.
Cuddle up to me and go to sleep.
Dad,
Yes, son.
I want to go home.
We all like to go home, son. Go to sleep.
Mom,
Yes, dear.
I'm cold.
Cuddle up to me and go to sleep.
Dad,
Yes.
there's a story.
Well,
Please.
well, all right. Once upon a time, there was a friendly forest in a beautiful far off land. In the tall, rich-smelling trees, a family of monkeys play. And every day, a friend, the Roly Poly Bird, came to say hello, and they were all happy.
Is that it?
That's it.
It's a nice story.
Them blooming monkeys are a waste of space.
Shut up, fungus face.
A load of woolly wollies, that's all they are.
That's all you know, camel breath.
All I know is you'll never train them chattering Charlies.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
I will.
You won't.
Will.
Won't.
Will.
Won't.
Will.
Won't.
Will.
Won't.
Won't.
Will.
Ha ha ha. Gotcha. Ha 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 ha.
Mr. Twit gets out of bed.
And where do you think you're going?
I want a drink.
You want the brain?
Mrs. Twits started to doze off.
Mr. Twit went to get a drink of water.
Mr. Twit was reminded of the time when Mrs. Twit had dropped her glass eye in his glass of beer.
he decided to pay Mrs. Twit back.
Mr. Twit reached into his beard
and brought out a large
Slimy frog.
Come on, fat froggy. Do your slimy, grimy worst.
Smiling, Mr. Twit tiptoes to bed.
And slips the frog underneath the sheets.
Next to Mrs. Twit's feet.
What's the matter, light of my life?
Help! There's something in my bed!
I bet it's the giant skilly wiggler.
What skilly wiggler? It's so slimy!
The giant skilly wiggler that jumped out of my suitcase after I got home from Africa.
Never!
Yes, I tried to kill it, but it got away. It disappeared under a pile of your knickers.
Help! Save me! Save me! It's crawling on my feet!
It's got teeth like screwdrivers. It'll bite off your toes and nibble your knees.
It's tickling my tummy!
Mr. Twit, pull back the covers.
The frog jumped onto Mrs. Twit's face.
My nose! My nose!
By golly, it's a giant skilly wiggler.
Mrs. Twit faints.
Mr. Twit laughs and throws a glass of cold water over her to wake her up.
You scummy old scumbag! You sneaky snake! You scheming old scallop! You wait! You wait!
Mrs. Twit, as you may expect, did not forget about her husband's giant skilly wiggler joke.
Next day at lunchtime.
She decided to pay them back.
La 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 la. My dearest, why don't I make us each a nice mouth-watering bowl of spaghetti? Eh?
Yes. Why not, my little dumpling? Good idea. Spaghetti? I like spaghetti.
Mr. Twit starts to set the table.
Meanwhile,
Mrs. Twit puts spaghetti into a saucepan.
Then, unseen by Mr. Twit, Mrs. Twit goes outside and finds some squiggly, squirming worms.
she smiles as she drops them into her apron pocket.
Then returns to the stove.
Mr. Twit sits at the table.
And falls asleep.
Mrs. Twit sings happily
as she serves up spaghetti.
Splitting it between bowls,
she sprinkles cheese and sauce on top.
Laughing.
She adds the worms
to Mr. Twit's bowl.
She brings the bowls
and slams Mr. Twit's bowl down, waking him with a start.
Your spaghetti, my dreamboat, my dove.
Scrummy.
He picks up his fork and goes to take some spaghetti.
Hey, my spaghetti's moving.
What's that, my angel puss?
It's all squirmy.
It's a new kind. It's called your squiggly spaghetti. It's delicious. Eat it up, but it's nice and hot.
Mr. Twit starts to tuck in.
Mrs. Twit
watches eagerly.
It's not as good as the ordinary kind. It's too squishy.
Oh, I found it very tasty.
I find it rather bitter. It's got a distinctly bitter flavor. Buy the other kind next time.
Mrs. Twit could barely hold in her excitement as Mr. Twit finishes his bowl.
You want to know why your spaghetti is squirmy and squishy?
Why?
And why it has a nasty, bitter taste?
Why?
Because you're eating worms! You don't look at your face! You've been eating worms! What you like?
Mr. Twit grabs his throat in horror.
He jumps up and chases her round the table.
The horrible Mr. and Mrs. Twit
Kept the Wugglebubs in the cage.
Near the cage stood that big dead tree.
Every evening,
As the sun went down,
The birds would fly in from all around.
to roost for the night on its branches.
on one evening.
As the Wugglebubs relax.
After a hard day's training,
Hey, Mum! Dad, look at the birds.
The Mugglewumps watched as the birds fly around before landing on the branches of the tree.
Mr. and Mrs. Twits.
came out the bowl of bananas.
for the Mugglewumps.
Come and get it, my lovelies. Grubs up.
They internets out the house and home. Those greedy guzzlers.
Got to feed them up. Build their strength. They'll never perform on empty stomachs.
They'll never perform. Full stop. Mangy maggots.
She turned to the Mugglewumps.
That's my supper, you stuffing.
Shut up, moaning. Come the day they make us rich and famous, you'll have the caviar and champagne.
If I haven't starved to death in the meantime. Oh, look! The blooming birds are back! I hate them, messy creatures! Oi, Cleo!
Wait! Supper?
Eh?
Tasty, toothsome, tickle your palate. Bird pie.
Mr. and Mrs. Twit creep backwards.
Not wanting to disturb the birds.
The Mugglewumps watch them as they go.
Mum, Dad, what's going on?
Shh, something to do with the birds.
Don't they like them?
Oh, yes, son, I think they like them a lot.
The Twits go back outside.
With a large net on a long pole.
They approached the tree.
I'll do it.
I'll do it!
I'll do it.
No, I'll do it!
All right then, you do it.
The birds stir, but settle again.
Go on then!
Shut up. Now,
Mr. Twit swings the net over his head.
And catches Mrs. Twits.
charge.
Mr. Twit flips up.
Trying to throw the net.
With Mrs. Twit inside.
Mrs. Twit thrashes about inside the net.
All the noise scares the birds and they fly away.
You clumsy warthog.
Clumsy yourself!
It was your fault.
Wasn't my fault!
It was.
It wasn't.
Was.
Wasn't.
tonight.
Thankfully.
It was not to be bird pie night.
The horrible Twits were still planning on catching the poor birds.
And turn them into a bird pie for their supper.
This one morning, as the Wubbles wake up.
Mom, Dad, look, the birds are still here.
The birds had stayed later than usual.
The night before, they had been curious to see the Muddlewumps in their cage.
They didn't like to see other creatures locked up.
Robbed of freedom, they felt sorry for them.
Hello, birds. Come on over.
Come on.
Good morning.
What are they saying?
Good morning, I think.
We can't understand their language.
Why not, Mum?
They're English birds.
Maybe they could help us get home.
How? The hungry birds.
The roly-poly bird could help us.
He's in Africa.
Hey, you birds. Do you know the roly-poly bird? He's our best friend.
Of course they don't.
Suddenly, Mr. Twit appears from their house.
Look out.
Come on, my lovelies. Training time.
Oh no.
Clear off, you pesky birds. Don't want you messing up my lovelies' cage. Out you come, monkeys. Stay still. Now listen, my lovelies. I've had a wheeze. A brilliant idea. Mr. Twit's miraculous monkey act needs to be different, original, unique. So, from now on, you will perform your tricks. Wait for it, it's a classic. You will perform your tricks upside down. The world's first great upside down monkey circus.
The Wubbles were confused.
Look, like this, my lovelies.
Mr. Twit tries to stand on his head, but he falls over.
Well, something like that. Right, come on then. Up and over. Up and over. On your hands. Up, down, over. Stay. Arms out. Climb. Go. Hold it there. Stop. Stop wobbling. Yes. It's coming. It's coming. Well done, my lovelies. Down. Back onto the cage now. Clever. You deserve some breakfast. Yes, you do. Bananas and monkey nuts coming right up. Good monkeys. Clear off, you birds. When we want an audience, we'll invite one. Now, clear off.
Mr. Twits goes back into the house.
He was happy with his monkey's progress.
His happiness was not shared by the Mugglewumps.
I feel giddy. I feel dizzy. I feel sick.
Take a deep breath, child. Oh, Mugglewump, why does that horrid man make us do such stupid things?
I don't know, dear. But I do know that if we stay here much longer, little Mugglewump and little L, he may even die.
Die? Die? No, dear. Try.
Yes, try. We must all try to be brave, like the Lord Polly said when
When he said goodbye, try and be brave. Yes?
I'll try.
we got to get out of this cage.
But how?
The door. The man opens it with a special thing. Puts it in, turns it, the door opens.
What's it called? Does anyone know?
The key!
What?
The key!
Thank you.
The key. We'll do the key.
But how?
I don't know yet. Maybe when?
Look out, Mugglewumps!
Shh, they're coming.
Don't forget, they're only allowed to eat upside down.
All right, where's the key?
Here, upside down, remember?
I know, keep your hair on.
Mr. Twits went back inside.
Right, come on, you ugly lot. Upside down, or no breakfast.
Mrs. Twit has forgotten to take the key out of the cage door.
Up on your hands, move.
Unseen by Mrs. Twit, Mugglewump slips out the cage and removes the key from the lock.
I got it.
He said as he slips back onto the cage.
Upside down, I said. That's better now. Eat.
She climbs out of the cage and shuts the door.
Here comes Mr. Twit.
Are they upside down?
Yes.
All of them? The little one too?
The little one too. See for yourself.
Oh, yes.
Funny, where's the key? It's not there.
She tries to open the cage, but Mugglewump is holding it tight shut.
It's locked, all right. I must have locked it. Then where's the key? Oi, you lot! Did I lock that door?
Yes!
Are you sure?
Yes!
Did Mr. Twit take the key?
Yes!
Are you sure?
Yes!
Oh. You're not having me on, are you?
No!
Well, you better not be.
Phew! She's gone back into the house.
I got it. We tricked her. Come on, Mugglewump, we're going home.
Gleefully, he starts to unlock the door. Watch out, Mr. Twit is coming!
Back in!
Mr. Twit looks at the Mugglewumps, but luckily doesn't notice their attempted escape.
Mr. Twits now turns his evil attention toward the birds.
His twisted, nasty, cruel mind had come up with another twisted, nasty, cruel idea.
Mr. Twit is holding a large pot of glue, a ladder, and a big paintbrush.
He starts to climb the ladder and start painting the boundaries with glue.
Coat every branch with hug-tight glue. Birds, I've a big surprise for you. Stop it and slap it and spread it along. Soon you'll sing your final song. land on the tree, and you'll never get free. Tough, hard luck, you'll be stuck. So stand by, birds, for a great big fright. Stand by, Twits. It's bird pie night.
Mr. Twit takes the ladder, glue, and paintbrush back to the house.
Seeing this, the Mugglewumps decided to run.
They creep out of the cage, softly holding hands.
Come on, we flee.
But as they make their escape, they hear a terrifying sound.
A gale force wind, followed by a loud flapping noise.
What's happening? Help!
Must be a storm. Kate, Chester, in the tree.
In the tree? Are you sure?
We'll be safe there. To the tree.
Oh no, they can't hear us.
Wait, what's that?
Mum, Dad,
It's the roly-poly bird.
It wasn't a storm. It's a roly-poly bird.
Hello, Mugglewump. Hello, Mrs. Mugglewump. Hello, little Mugglewump.
Hello, roly-poly bird. You come.
Of course, I promised I would. And the roly-poly bird never breaks a promise. I promised I would come, but not until the spring. I was worried about you, so I came early. Thank you. Have you been brave? Are your tails up? Is your head held high?
Of course.
We're free. Why are you dressed in these silly clothes?
They made us.
They? Who are they?
The Twits!
Who?
The Twits!
The Twits?
Yes, they made us perform tricks.
upside down.
Upside down? Unnatural. Outrageous. These Twits must be taught a lesson.
But we can't stay here.
The Twits might catch us again. I see. Let me think. Inspiration. Quick, Mugglewumps. Climb up that tree. We can plant it safely there.
No!
Why not?
There's glue on the tree.
Glue? You're right.
What's glue?
Horrid sticky stuff. Who put it there?
The Twits.
Why?
To catch birds.
To catch the birds?
We know them. They open pits there.
But why would the Twits want to catch them?
To eat them. To make bird pie.
To eat them in a bird pie?
Yes!
Barbarous! Brutal! Beastly!
The birds may fly much soon,
We must warn them. Indeed we must.
but they don't understand us.
They'll understand me. I'm a bird too. Now let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Inspiration! The birds are very near enough for them to hear. We'll shout this rhyme loud and clear. There's sticky stuff all over the tree. If you land in the branches, you'll never get free. So fly away, stay up high, or you'll finish up tonight in hot bird pie. Got it?
Got it!
Great! I'll give a signal. Now let's see. Oh, how about this?
Got it!
Excellent, thank you.
Hurry up. Get a move on.
Mom, Dad, it's them.
The Twits! Quick, back in the cage!
The Mugglewumps get back into the cage.
Roly-poly bird hides from the Twits.
Come on, you dozy donut. Shift yourself.
Pipe down, you hairy great turnip! I'm behind you!
You don't want to miss all the fun.
So long as it works. Oh, get up! Get up, monkeys!
Of course it'll work. Can't fail. We'll stand over here and watch. So stand by, birds, for a great big fright. Stand by, Twits. It's bird pie night! Look, they're coming!
Shush!
Look, the birds are here.
There's sticky stuff all over that tree.
If you land on the branches, you'll never get free. So fly away, stay up high.
Or you finish up the night.
It's worked.
They landed on the Muggalump's cage instead.
No. Over there. You're meant to be on the tree over there.
Typical, you silly great twit! You're useless!
Oh, it's not fair. It's not funny. Shut up. Right, that's it. Clear off, birds.
Yay! The birds are flown away.
Mr. Twit storms into the house.
Mr. Twit was not a man to be laughed at. He was not a man to be easily beaten.
Bird pie, he wanted it. And bird pie, he was determined to have.
Mr. Twits returned with his rattle, glue and paintbrush.
He's spreading glue on top of the Muggalump's cage.
Now I'll get you whichever one you sit on.
Mr. Twit laughs as he goes back into the house.
All clear.
Thank you everyone, you saved the birds.
But not for long, Mugglewumps. We must warn them again. Now let me think. Ah, inspiration. There's sticky stuff now on the cage and the tree. If you land in the cage, you'll never get free. So fly away, stay up high, or you'll finish up tonight in hot bird pie.
Got it!
Excellent. Wait for the signal and good luck.
Come on.
Here we go again!
This time, my luscious little humbug, we cannot fail. Stand by, birds, for a great big fright. Stand by, Twits. It's bird pie night.
There's sticky stuff all over the cage and tree.
If you land on the cage, you'll never get free.
So fly away, stay up high, or you'll finish up tonight.
In hot bird pie!
It's worked.
The birds have landed on top of the house.
No! No, it's not fair. It's not funny.
It's not funny! It's pathetic! Bird pie, no chance!
It was them.
What?
Warning the birds. It was them. You smarmy little goody goodies.
You sneaky little sissies.
You squealing little blabbers. You babbling little squealers.
You'll pay for this.
Through the toes.
Nose.
Yes.
Nose.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
If you make one squeak next time, you'll pay for it.
Next time? What do you mean next time?
Third time lucky, I'll glue the roof.
Roof? What roof?
The roof of the house.
Over my dead body. Shh. Over my dead body. I'm not having you smearing sticky glue all over the roof of our house.
Oh, I'll wipe that silly laugh off your beaks. I'll get you, you feathery frumps. I'll wring your necks, the whole lot of you. I'll have you bubbling in the bird pie pot before this day is out.
Promises, promises.
I've got it. A great idea. We'll both go into town right away, and we'll each buy a gun. How's that?
Brilliant! We buy one of those big shotguns that spray out 50 bullets or more with each bang.
Perfect. And you lot, monkeys, upside down, jump to it.
Quick, get on with it. Oh, you'll feel my stick.
Now stay there till we come back.
It's all clear.
With the Twits out of the way for a while, the woolly bird announced,
It's time for a conference.
What's a conference?
A meeting.
Everyone was invited. The Mugglewumps, the birds, and the roly-poly bird himself.
Many subjects were discussed.
Freedom for the Mugglewumps.
Protection for the birds. Down with the Twits.
It was agreed that
Down with the Twits.
Should be their first target. If they can defeat the Twits,
the Mugglewumps will be free.
and the birds would be safe.
Down with the Twits.
But how?
Teach them a lesson.
Lock them in the cage. Glue them to the roof.
Peck their noses.
make twit pie.
Give them a bath.
Prod them with sticks. Make them do tricks. Turn them upside down.
What was that?
Turn them upside down.
Everyone set to work.
The Mugglewumps found Mr. Twit's pot of glue and lots of paintbrushes.
Then everyone smeared and slapped the sticky glue all over the Twits ceiling. The birds joined in. The buzzards, the magpies, the rooks, ravens, and many more.
Then in one almighty pull, they dragged the carpet from under the furniture and hoisted it up onto the ceiling.
And there it stuck.
Next, the table and chairs.
The sofa, the sideboard, the lamps.
The ornaments. Everything was turned upside down.
Glue brushed on the bottom.
And then stuck on the carpeted ceiling.
And finally, the pictures on the walls were upturned too.
Now the Twits' room was completely and utterly upside down.
Expertly done. Congratulations, one and all.
The Twits will think they're upside down. Majesty, old monsters.
But wait! Their room is upside down. You Mugglewumps will be upside down. But what about the birds?
Look, the bird has landed on the roof. upside down.
Stand by, birds, for great big fright.
They're coming, they're coming.
Wait for my signal, everyone.
Stand by, Twits. It's bird pie night. I'm glad to see those monkeys are still upside down.
They're too stupid to do anything else. Hey, look! Those cheeky birds are still on the roof.
Let's blast them with our lovely new guns.
Hang on. Why are they moving?
Are they dead already?
Ah!
They're not dead. They're upside down. They
can't be.
They are.
At the moment, 2 birds.
Carrying glue brushes in their beaks.
Swoop down and brush the top of Mr. and Mrs. Twit's head.
What was that? That beastly bird has dropped these dirty droppings on my head.
On mine too. I felt it. Ugh.
Don't touch it. You get it all over your hands. Come inside and we'll wash it off.
Filthy, dirty brutes. I bet they did it on purpose. Just you wait. Ugh.
The Twits enter the house. They see the upside down room. They look aghast.
What's this?
What happened?
Look, that's the floor. The floor's up there. This is the ceiling. We're standing on the ceiling.
We're upside down. We must be upside down. We're standing on the ceiling, looking down at the floor.
Help, help, help. I'm beginning to feel giddy.
Wait, we can't be upside down.
We are.
If we are upside down, the monkeys would have looked the right way up. But they didn't.
But just as they said that, the mugglewumps turned upright just before the Twits turned to look at them.
They're the right way up. It can't be true.
It is true. We're upside down. And all the blood's going to my head. If we don't do something quickly, I shall die. I know I will.
I've got it. We'll stand on our heads, then we'll be the right way up again.
So, Mrs. and Mr. Twit stand on their heads.
When the tops of their heads touched the floor, the sticky glue that the birds had brushed on a few moments before did its job.
The Twits were pinned down, cemented, glued, fixed to the floorboards.
The Twits were well and truly stuck.
The birds were safe. The mugglewumps were free.
Thank you, Lolly-Polly Bird.
Everyone helped.
Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Mum, Dad, can we go home now?
Can we go home, Roly-Poly Bird? You most certainly can. I shall be proud to personally escort you. Goodbye, birds.
Goodbye, birds. Come on, mugglewumps.
Hold on tight.
The Roly-Poly Bird carried the mugglewumps home to their rainforest in Africa, where they could be free forevermore.
The birds flew off to find another, more friendly tree.
As for the Twits, they were not free.
Their world had turned well and truly upside down, and everyone shouted,
The Twits.
by Roald Dahl.
Produced by Out of the Darkness Theatre Company.
Mr. Twit was played by Simon Dunbar. Mrs. Twit was played by Abby O'Grady. Mr. Mugglewump was played by Ronnie Gordon. Mrs. Mugglewump was played by Jordan Nickel. Baby Mugglewump was played by Charlene Frary. The Roly-Poly Bird was played by Jordan Nickel. Narrators: Ross Watson, Joe West, Jonathan Gordon, Charlene Frary, Ronnie Gordon, and Lynn Ramsey.
Recording and editing: Grant Christie, Gabriel Corcoran, Alistair Hay, Shane Simpson, Rosie McKenzie, Stephen Donald, and Scott Collins.
Artwork was done by Ross McShane, Ross Watson, Scott Anderson, Kieran Manson, Emily Loveland, Gus Pettit, Levi Murdoch, Lynn Ramsey, Claire Foster, Fiona Donaldson, Ewan Sinclair, Hugh Carter, and Jamie Cockerell.
Additional artwork by Leah Trope, Shania Sanderson, Issa Black, Laura Whitaker, and Michelle Green.
The Twits.
by Roald Dahl.